Taunusstein is the biggest town in the Rheingau-Taunus-Kreis in the Regierungsbezirk of Darmstadt in Hesse, Germany. It consists of more than 29,000 inhabitants. Geography. Location. Taunusstein lies roughly 10 kilometers northwest of Wiesbaden and about 10 kilometers west of Idstein and the Autobahn A3. It is part of the Untertaunus range. Taunusstein itself is a rural area and is about 30 kilometers from the River Rhine. The lowest point in Taunusstein is 310 meters above sea level, and the highest 613.9 meters. Neighboring communities. Taunusstein borders in the north on the communities of Hohenstein and Hunstetten and the town of Idstein, in the east on the community of Niedenhausen, in the south on the district-free city of Wiesbaden, and in the west on the community of Schlangenbad and the town of Bad Schwalbach. Constituent communities. Taunusstein is made up of 10 stadtteile. History. The town of Taunusstein came into being on the 1st of October 1971 through the merger of the formerly self-governing communities of Bladenstadt, Hahn, Neuhof, Sietzingen, Watzhahn and Wiehen, whereupon Taunusstein was also given town rights. On the 1st of July 1972, the communities of Hambach, Niederlebach, Orlen and Wingsbach were amalgamated into the town of Taunusstein. In 1991, Drive, Peter Nikolausplatz, a square in the constituent community of Hahn, was dedicated and named after Taunusstein's longtime mayor. Fronting onto it are the Taunus Community Center, the Catholic Church Center of St. Johannes Nepomuk and the new Town Hall, whose functions together make the square into the new town center. The Taunus Community Center was opened in 1989, the Church Center in 1991, both designed by the Hamburg architect Bernhard Hisch, from whom also sprang the whole concept of planning the new town center. It was not until 1998, on the other hand, that the town hall, designed by another architect, could be dedicated. Population development. Each time at the 31st of December religion, there are several Lutheran and Catholic churches in almost every constituent community. Baha'i community in Hahn, New Apostolic Church in Wiehen, Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses in Neuhof. Politics. Town Council. The municipal election held on the 27th of March 2011 yielded the following results. Mayor Michael Hofnagel was elected to a second term on the 2nd of September 2007 on the first vote with 58.5% of the vote. Voter turnout was 47.2%. River R. The R has its source in the Stadtteil Orlen, 500 meters from the ruins of Roman castle Zergmantel and Abundstraße 417 in the Orlen part of Taunusstein. Limes. The north of Taunusstein is crossed by the Upper Germanic Limes, a line of frontier forts begun in AD 86 by the Romans which stretched from near Bonn on the Rhine to near Regensburg on the Danube. It divided the Roman Empire from the unconquered Germanic tribes. Close to Orlen and the Bundstraße 417 is a replica of a Limes watchtower, right beside the remains of the Castrum Zergmantel. The Upper Germanic Rhetian Limes is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Coat of arms. The town's arms might be described thus: azure, a lion rampant to armed and langed gules, in his forepaws an escutcheon, argent across gules. The golden lion recalls the centuries-long overlordship of the counts and princes of Nassau, and at the same time draws on the old arms borne by the Nassau Amt seat of Wiehen and the communities of Hahn and Sietzingen, all of which were charged with a lion or a lion's head. The cross is an attribute of St. Ferrucius, the Bladenstadt monastery's patron saint. This monastery was founded as early as the 8th century and earned much credit for bringing Christianity and culture into the region on the upper. The former community of Bladenstadt bore this cross in its former coat of arms. The official blazon reads, in blau ein rot-bewehrte goldene Loh in seinen Pranken ein silberner Schild mit urchgendem roten Kreuz. Town partnerships. Taunusstein maintains partnerships with the following places: Aublay, Val d'Oise, France since 1973. Yeovil, Somerset, England, United Kingdom since 1987. Caldes de Montbui, Catalonia, Spain since 1989. Wunschendorf, Elster, Greece, Thuringia since 1991. Economy and infrastructure. Transport. There are 2 railway stations which lie on the stretch of the Autobahn running through Taunusstein. However, since 1983 the line was only used for steam tourist trips run by the Nassauische Touristikbahn. But since a truck damaged a bridge on the line in Wiesbaden-Dotzheim on the 20th of November 2009, then the line had to be closed completely. Despite promises from the City Council of Wiesbaden, money to replace the bridge has not been forthcoming, and the NTB are themselves facing financial problems due to not being able to run any trains on the line. In 1998 it was proposed that the line be reopened to form part of a new light rail line into Wiesbaden Startbahn. This was however dropped in 2001. Although some plans for such a line have been revived since the 2011 election, these do not currently involve this section of the line. The town is also linked to Wiesbaden over Bundesstraßen 417 and 54. The nearest Autobahn interchange is on the A3 in Idstein. The nearest international airport is Frankfurt Airport, about 25 miles away. The smaller Mainz-Finnen Airport, a regional public airfield, is about 15 miles away. Established businesses: Institute for Seniors in Neuhof, Motorola Deutschland in Neuhof, Britta GmbH Water Filtration, International Headquarters in Neuhof and Wiesbaden, Education Silberbachschule, Primary School in Wiehen, Oberjahr Integrated Comprehensive School in Hahn, Region-Borgenschule, Primary School in Bladenstadt, Gymnasium in Bladenstadt, Sonnenschule Primary School in Neuhof, and Taunus Vocational Schools in Hahn. Europaschule Taunusstein, Bilingual Realschule in Neuhof, Sport and Leisure Facilities: Stadion am Hallberg in Wiehen, a former home stadium to SV Wiehen, Wiesbaden's first team. Outdoor swimming pool in Hahn, Silberbachhalle in Wiehen, Artelhalle in Neuhof, sporting grounds in almost every center. Sport and Youth Center in Bladenstadt, Culture and Sightseeing, Museum in 1995, the Museum of the Town of Taunusstein, with permanent rooms at the Schloss in Wiehen, was established. Since then, there has been a thematic emphasis on more recent regional history as seen in a permanent exhibit featuring this, which lately has also presented information about Taunusstein's condition in, before and after the Second World War. This it does mainly by exhibiting everyday culture in the first half of the 20th century. A second and equally valid pillar is the displays in the series Kunst im Schloss, through which contemporary art, not only from the local region, is offered a forum in Taunusstein. Bildungswerner Schloss, formerly used for, among other things, a widow's seat and a hunting palace, it now houses the Taunusstein Museum. Wiehen Evangelical Church. This was built by using stones from the old town fortifications, with a black marble altar brought from the Idstein Palace Church in 1722 and furnishings from the secularized monasteries at Marienhausen and Eberbach. The historic Voigt organ is one of the few instruments by Wiesbaden organ builder Heinrich Voigt still preserved in its original state. It was built in 1890 for the Old Catholic Congregation of Wiesbaden and acquired by the Wiehen Congregation in 1899. In October 1999 it was restored to its original condition. Former Wiehen School built about 1900. This building is transitional in design between the Grandezeit and Art Nouveau. Former monastery with church Bladenstadt. Above the church's main door is the statue of St. Ferrucius, the patron saint, from the 17th century. Inside the building are a wall tabernacle from High Gothic times, made of sandstone and built into the choir, a baptismal font from 1696, a late Baroque Madonna and an organ remodeled in the Baroque style. In the belfry are two bells from 1309 and 1411. Evangelical Church Bladenstadt. The church has a constituent community's oldest stone memorial, a tomb slab commemorating the minister Johannes von Spangenberg, who died in 1363. The lower part of the church tower is of Romanesque Revival origin and built with a decorative rose window with sandstone ornamentation. Jewish graveyard in Wiehen. The Jewish graveyard in the constituent community of Wiehen on the Hallberg is roughly as old as the community itself. In 1329, Count Gerlach of Nassau-Weilburg mandated the settlement of Jews. The gravestones from that time no longer exist. The oldest one still standing is from 1694. Today, 55 graves are still to be seen in the graveyard. Until 1749, Jews from Wiesbaden were also buried here. In 1726, the Jews applied for leave to build a wall around the graveyard. However, they were forbidden to do so, as it would not have done for the Jewish cemetery to look nicer than the Christian one. So, they simply dug a ditch. After 1933, when the Nazis had come to power, the graveyard was still used for burials. However, it was forbidden to put gravestones on these newer graves. Regular events: Bleistiftkerb, all in a Markt, all in a Kerb, Hanekerb, Zentrumsfest, Wieher Markt, Wieher Kerb, Wingsbarkerkerb, Neuhofer Kerb, Tiger, Waldweihnachtsmarkt. Sport. One of the local football clubs, located in Wiehen, is called SV Wiehen, and in April 2007 they won promotion into the second tier of the German Football League. As such, the local facilities that they had been using were no longer sufficient for professional football, prompting relocation to Wiesbaden, where they became known as SV Wiehen Wiesbaden. They, however, currently play in the third tier, third Bundesliga. The team is sponsored by one of the major companies of the area, Britta, with the founder of Britta, Heinz Hankheimer, being the chairman of the football club. As such, it has funds available which have allowed it to outdo most teams at this level for many years, now gaining promotion into the professional leagues. Famous people, sons and daughters of the town: Emil Erlenmeyer, chemist; Carl Friedrich Emil von Ibel, government president of the Duchy of Nassau, Hesse, Homburg;